This past Monday on Raw, the Tribal Chief sent a very loud, very violent message. For months, CM Punk and Roman Reigns have been circling each other. Two men who represent completely different eras, completely different philosophies, and completely different paths to the top of the mountain. And now, we are just days away from Allegiant Stadium, Las Vegas. WrestleMania 42, the World Heavyweight Championship is on the line. When it comes to WrestleMania main events, fans are obsessed with the moment. We want the confetti. We want the pyrotechnics. We want the iconic Michael Cole soundbite. But as wrestling fans, we often forget the golden rule of this business. WrestleMania isn't the end of the story. It's just the season finale, and the very next night on Raw, the machine has to keep moving. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. As we stare down the barrel of WrestleMania 42, the internet is absolutely torn. CM Punk vs. Roman Reigns is a massive money match. It is the definition of a box office attraction. But beneath the hype, beneath the awesome promos and the intense stare-downs, lies the ultimate fantasy booker dilemma. Because the reality is, whoever wins this match is going to dictate the entire creative direction of WWE for the next calendar year. And both options come with some massive, terrifying red flags. Today, we're not just predicting who wins. We are breaking down what happens on the Monday after WrestleMania. Do we risk putting the company on the back of an aging, fragile legend? Or do we regress right back into the era of the part-time champion? Hit that subscribe button, let's get into it. Let's start with the reigning, defending World Heavyweight Champion, CM Punk. From a purely narrative standpoint, CM Punk winning at WrestleMania 42 is the ultimate fairytale. This is the man who walked out of the company over a decade ago because he felt he was denied his rightful WrestleMania main event. Now, he's back, he's holding the gold, and a win over Roman Reigns, the defining star of this generation, would cement Punk's legacy forever. If CM Punk wins, he validates his entire comeback. The story writes itself. He slays the Tribal Chief, the confetti falls, and the cult of personality echoes through Allegiant Stadium. But then, Tuesday morning arrives. If CM Punk retains the title, WWE is placing the absolute heaviest burden in the industry squarely onto the shoulders of a 47-year-old man with a terrifyingly consistent injury history. Let's be brutally honest, Punk's mind is as sharp as ever. His promos are untouchable, but his body is held together by athletic tape and sheer willpower. Being the top guy on Monday Night Raw isn't just about showing up for the premium live events. It's about carrying the 3-hour flagship show every single week. If Punk wins, how long can his body hold up? Can he give us a 300-day reign? Can he work physical, grueling main event programs with guys like Gunther, Drew McIntyre, or Braun Breaker throughout the summer of 2026? If WWE books Punk to win, they are gambling their flagship show on a very fragile foundation. One bad landing, one weird twist of the knee, and Raw is suddenly left without a world champion in the middle of July. So, if you're Triple H, and you're worried about Punk's health, the obvious answer is to put the belt on the most bulletproof, bankable star in the industry, Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns is the final boss. He is the biggest draw in the world. When Roman holds a championship, that championship immediately feels like the most important prize in all of sports entertainment. Taking the belt off Punk and putting it back on the Tribal Chief is the safe, lucrative business decision. But wait, have we already forgotten the nightmare we just woke up from? For over 3 years, WWE conditioned us to accept a part-time champion. Roman Reigns would defend his title at the Royal Rumble, disappear until WrestleMania, show up at SummerSlam, and take the fall off. It created an incredible aura for him, absolutely. But it actively suffocated the rest of the roster. With John Cena officially retired and Brock Lesnar out of the picture, WWE finally seemed ready to embrace full-time workhorse champions again. Look at Cody Rhodes. Look at the culture that's been built over the last year. If Roman Reigns hits the spear, pins CM Punk, and wins the World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania 42, we go right back to square one. Roman isn't going to suddenly start working Raw every Monday. He's going to take his newly won title back to his private island, and Monday Night Raw will instantly be without a top prize. We'll be right back to having number one contender matches for a title shot that might not happen for months. Is WWE really willing to sacrifice the week-to-week momentum of Raw just to give Roman Reigns another notch on his belt? This brings us to the ultimate fantasy booking dilemma. What creates the better television product for the rest of 2026? Let's look at option A. CM Punk retains. If Punk wins, we can get a rivalry with Seth Rollins. We get Seth claiming Punk is physically deteriorating and trying to put him down like an old dog. We get Punk trying to fend off young, hungry monsters like Braun Breaker who want to make a name off a legend. It is a story of survival. It's compelling, highly emotional television. Right up until the moment Punk gets hurt. Now let's look at option B. Roman Reigns wins. If Roman wins, Raw immediately becomes the Roman Reigns show, whenever he decides to show up. But it also sets up a massive redemption arc for whoever finally takes the belt off him. Does this trigger the ultimate showdown between Roman Reigns and Gunther at SummerSlam? Does it force WWE to elevate someone like Carmelo Hayes or Trick Williams to try and slay the absentee king? Here is the uncomfortable truth. Roman Reigns doesn't need the World Heavyweight Championship. His aura is so massive that he is bigger than the belt. He could feud with Jacob Fatu or Abba Femi in non-title blood feuds for the rest of the year and still main event every premium live event. CM Punk, however, does need the belt right now. The title is the anchor that validates his current run. If Punk loses clean to Roman, where does he go? Does he just fade into the upper mid-card to feud with Finn Balor? A loss damages Punk far more than a loss damages Roman. WWE has painted themselves into a brilliant, terrifying corner. They have a main event that is guaranteed to sell out Allegiant Stadium. But it's a main event with a massive ticking clock attached to it. They either bet on the fragile health of a 47-year-old icon, or they willingly hand their flagship television show back over to a part-time ghost. I don't envy Triple H right now. He has to make a choice that will dictate the entire creative landscape of 2026. But that's where you guys come in. I want you to put your Triple H hat on. You are sitting at the gorilla position on night 2 of WrestleMania 42. It's the main event. Who actually needs to win this match? Who walks out of Allegiant Stadium with the gold? Do you bet on Punk's health, or do you bet on Roman's star power? I want you to go down into the comments right now and cast your vote. Let's get a massive debate going down there, because this is truly a 50-50th split. Make sure you drop a like on the video if you enjoyed the deep dive, hit subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss our official WrestleMania 42 post-show review. Until next time, guys, stay safe, vote in the comments, and I'll catch you in the next one.